Yeah, I'm all good to go. I just got to forward. I want to say thank you so much for joining me here tonight. Again, just to recap so everybody gets a little bit of understanding of what's going on. This is a show that is about baseball, it's about softball, and now you've got your opportunity to be heard. You've got your opportunity to be seen. First half hour of the show, we're going to talk baseball. We're going to recognize as many players as we can. We have over 120 baseball players to go and talk about again this week. We have another 120 softball players that we're going to go ahead and talk this week. I've got two fantastic interviews. My first one will be in the baseball world. You know him. He's the head coach at West Seneca West, Jeff Helmbrick. And Jeff is going to talk to us about the PowerPoint system so everybody can understand why the rankings happen and how the standings happen at the end of the season as we go into the playoffs. And then you're going to hear some great things, some of the players that are coming on strong right now at West Seneca West. And then for the softball player, I got one of the top hitters in the area. Boy, she is something else, and can't wait to talk to her as we're going to talk to Ella Wozolowski from Will East. She's the catcher that you have heard about. I'll tell you, at this one point this season, she was hitting over 800. She has got power. She has got speed. She's got catching abilities. Just unbelievable what Ella brings to the table, and we're going to get a chance to talk to her. Last night, I got a chance to go to Allegheny Limestone, where we actually did Allegheny Limestone versus Olean. And I'll tell you, it was all for a young man that we've been talking about right here, and that's Colt Matz. And Colt, I told you from the very beginning, all of Western New York is behind you. We got right now your shirts hanging right here. I was wearing orange last night. Everybody was out there wearing orange last night. Colt, I know you got some good news. I know you're with your family for this week. I want to say I'm so happy for you. We're going to talk. I already got a chance to talk to Dad. I'm going to get a chance to do my interview with you one-on-one to let you tell your story, and that all Western New York's going to hear it. Can't wait to talk to you. I want to throw a special shout out right now in the very beginning here to N-Trip. As you guys may have heard or not heard, but N-Trip made it to the World Series Championship for the JUCO Division III. And I'll tell you, they made it to the finals, lost 5-4 to Tyler, Texas. I'm telling you, this team's been for real. They've been coming up big in so many games. We're going to get a chance to eventually, hopefully next week, talk to Matt Klingersmith. We're going to bring him in so he could recognize some of the players that happen out there. But I'll tell you, just some great things going on in Western New York when it comes to both baseball and softball. We're going to also talk about a softball player coming up big again today. We've got an update for you that's going to be coming from Dunkirk as another pitcher throws her third no-hitter, and we're going to talk about her. Gatoka is absolutely killing it down there in Dunkirk, and she's going to get some recognition here today, too. In fact, we've been talking about her as one of our future guests right here because she is blowing it up down in Dunkirk and doing her thing. But right now, we're going to get right now into this week, what we're going to recognize. We're going to go through, like I said, this is where we're going to recognize games, and we're going to talk about the performances in those games. And then we'll take a quick break, and we're going to bring in our first guest Coach Jeff Helmbrick from West Seneca West. So now let's get things started as we're going to go to Maryvale. Maryvale wins 11-5 over Akron. Hunter Murphy with 3 RBIs in this one. Dalton Harper gets the win on the mound. And for Akron, Adam Meets goes 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs, and Aiden Wild goes 2 for 3 in that one for Akron. We're going to stay at Akron right now as Akron wins 8-2 over Wilson. Mitch Holtz goes 6 innings with 11 strikeouts in this one. Jack Mazza has 2 RBIs. For Wilson, Mike Miller goes 2 for 3, and Tyler Johnson has 2 RBIs for Wilson in that one. We're now going to go to Will East as Will East wins 11-7 over Amherst. Nathan Milk goes 4 for 4, 2 RBIs, 3 doubles in that one. Agent Wojciechowski goes 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. Joe Mack goes 1 for 3, 2 runs and an RBI. And Cooper Rosano has 2 RBIs in that one for Will East. For Amherst, C.J. Hurley goes 2 for 4. Josh Wolski goes 2 for 3 with 2 runs. Joey Murak goes 2 for 3. Nick Tybin goes 2 for 3. And Garen Falk gets 2 RBIs in that one for Amherst. I'm going to stay at Will East as Will East wins 10-0 over Star Point. Charles Mackley goes 6 innings with 9 strikeouts. Joe Mack goes 2 for 2, 2 runs scored, 2 RBIs, and gets a bomb in that one as he hits one out. Jacob Clone has 3 RBIs in that one for Will East. And for Star Point, Andrew Hearn goes 2 for 3 in that one for Star Point. I'm going to stay at Will East for another one as Will East beats Star Point 11-7. Mike Stelrek goes 2 for 4 with 2 runs and 2 RBIs. Glenn McClay goes 2 for 5 with 2 RBIs. And Yusuf Hashmi goes 2 for 4. And Joe Mack goes 1 for 1 with 2 base on balls on that one. Star Point, Luke Bloss goes 2 for 4. Ryan Varney goes 2 for 3 with 2 runs. And Solomon Glynn goes 2 for 3 for Star Point. I'm now going to go over to Amherst as Amherst wins 8-4 over Will South. Trevor Tott goes 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. Aaron Camillo goes 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs. And Grady Brown goes 2 for 5 in that one for Amherst. On the mound was Josh Walski, who had 7 innings pitched, 7 strikeouts. And for Will South, Cooper Seferati goes 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs for Will South. I'm going to stay at Will South as they this time defeat Amherst 4-3. Cooper Seferati goes 2 for 4 with a run scored and RBI. Had a double in the 7th to get the go-ahead run as Cooper comes up big for Will South in this one. Then for Amherst, C.J. Hurley goes 2 for 4. Josh Wolski goes 2 for 2. And Brendan Kantz has 7 strikeouts in this one for Amherst. We're now going to go to Pine Valley as Pine Valley wins 15-0 over Brockton. George Kruska goes 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored, 3 RBIs and a home run. Travis West goes 2 for 5 with 2 runs scored. Bryce Serku goes 2 for 4 with 3 runs scored. Craig Howard has 3 RBIs in this one. Brendan Butcher goes 3 for 3 with 3 RBIs. And Wayne Libby goes 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs in that one for Pine Valley as they come up big. Now we're going to go to Randolph as Randolph wins 10-0 over Brockton. Xander Hine goes 3 for 3 with 3 runs scored. Dylan Schroeder goes 2 for 4 with 4 RBIs. Ashton Bushy goes 2 runs scored with 3 RBIs. And then for Brockton, Caden Enke has 7 strikeouts in this one for Brockton. We're now going to go to Clarence as Clarence wins 6-2 over Jamestown. Scott Raymond goes 6 innings pitched with 11 strikeouts. Garrett White goes 2 for 3 with 3 runs scored. For Jamestown, Juan Matos goes 2 for 3, and Owen Maggio goes 2 for 4 for Jamestown. We're now going to go to Lancaster as Lancaster defeats Clarence 13-2. Tyler Walker goes 3 for 4 with 3 runs scored. Billy Morris goes 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored. Jason Manziel has 3 runs scored in this one. Mason Cisco has 2 RBIs, and JT Volker has 2 RBIs in this one. And Billy Morris on the mound has 7 strikeouts. For Clarence, Garrett White had the 2 RBIs for the 2 runs that Clarence scored in that one. We're going to stay right there as Clarence this time defeats Lancaster 5-4. Ryan Judd goes 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs, and Ben White goes 2 for 2 in that one. Now we're going to go to Pioneer as Pioneer defeats East Aurora 13-3. Judd Ellis 3 for 4 and 4 runs scored. Judd to see that bat coming back. I like it. Bryce Hediger goes 3 for 3 with 3 runs scored. Blaine Morgan has 3 RBIs in this one, and Brody Hopkins has 2 RBIs for this one for Pioneer. Bryce Hediger goes to the mound, goes 7 innings pitch, and 11 strikeouts for Pioneer in that one. We're now going to go to Maryvale as Maryvale wins 4-1 over East Aurora. Carson Harper, complete game, 1 hitter, 8 strikeouts. Dalton Harper goes 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs, and Austin Prelude goes 2 for 4 in this one. I'm going to stay right here as Maryvale defeats East Aurora in the second one, 3-1. Austin Prelude goes 7 innings pitch, 9 strikeouts in that one, and goes 2 for 2 with an RBI. And joining him for recognition goes to Carson Harper with 2 for 4 with a run scored and an RBI. Now we're going to go to Tonawanda, where they win 4-3 over Pioneer. Colin Kislowski lays down a squeeze bunt for the win, scoring Sammy Baker. Baker also goes 2 for 2 with 2 runs scored and an RBI. Joe Downey 2 for 3 with an RBI. Brian Stone goes the complete game for the win on the mound. For Pioneer, Jack Bunsey goes 2 for 4. Brody Hopkins goes 2 for 4. And Dalton Morgan goes 2 for 3 in this one. I'll tell you, I've been amazed hearing how many squeeze bunts we've heard about already this year for a big win. We've heard it multiple times. It's great to see that. Coaches preach it all the time. The bunt is a lost art in a lot of cases, but I'll tell you, you better be able to lay it down when the call comes because it will win you games, and it's been proven already this season. Now we're going to stay at Pioneer as Pioneer wins 3-2 over Tonawanda. Sam Carter goes 3 for 3. Judd Ellis goes 2 for 3. Jack Bunsey goes 2 for 4. And Dalton Morgan goes 2 for 3 for Pioneer in this one. We're now going to go to Ellicottville as Ellicottville defeats North Collins 4-2. Lucas Marsh, 9 strikeouts on the mound. Lucas, you've been big. I've been seeing those numbers coming out of Ellicottville. Keep up the work down there. No doubt, every time I talk Ellicottville, Lucas Marsh is talked about. Wyatt Chudy went 2 for 3 with an RBI, and Hunter Smith goes 2 for 2 with an RBI and a run scored. Now we're going to go to Depew as Depew defeats Lakeshore 4-3. Luke Kuzmansky goes 7 innings pitched with 9 strikeouts. Jesse Capitano goes 2 for 3 with an RBI and a run scored. And Zachary Zalaski goes for 2 RBIs in this one. For Lakeshore, I want to recognize Cooper Preisel, who has 7 strikeouts in this one for Lakeshore. Now we're going to stay at Depew, but this time Iroquois wins 18-2 over Depew. Boy, folks, this Iroquois team is hot. Watch out. A lot of teams are not heard of them. They have not been really big out there letting it out. But I'll tell you, top to bottom, this is one of the top teams in Western New York, and they are proving it. So let's talk about what happens in this one. Birch Herring Jackson goes 3 for 5 with 4 runs scored, 2 RBIs. Matt Blair goes 2 for 4 with 3 runs scored and an RBI. And Sam Starker goes 2 for 4, 6 RBIs in that one. Sam has a huge game. We're going to stay at Iroquois. Iroquois wins 6-3 over Depew. Owen Stillman goes 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored. Jesse Bobick goes 2 runs scored. And Cam Fuhrer has 8 strikeouts on the mound for Iroquois. And for Depew, Trent Kubiak has 2 RBIs in this one for Depew. We're now going to go to Dunkirk. We covered this one. It's one of the biggest watched games so far in Western New York. It comes down, it's Southwestern, as Southwestern hosted Dunkirk, 11 innings. Dunkirk 7-5 gets the win in 11 innings. Michael Norton was huge for Dunkirk. He goes 2 for 5 with 2 RBIs. Donovan Lockett has 2 hits in this one. Alex Ahlstrom has 3 runs scored. But I'm going to tell you, Alex in the box score, you didn't hear a lot in the box score, but I'm going to tell you, what he did on the base pass was unbelievable. He created some of the things on the base pass. He made things happen on the base pass. He took extra bases. He was big in this game. Don't say that running the bases isn't big and you getting on base, making something happen isn't big, because Alex proved it in this one. And for Southwestern, Max Marshall had 2 hits. Aiden Kennedy was the starting pitcher with 6 strikeouts. Nate Johnson comes into relief and has 7 strikeouts. Those guys were great. And then for Dunkirk, also matched on the other side, Nick Zatorsky, just as good as he had 7 strikeouts in this one. But I'll tell you, it was Norton out in left field who came up big. big defensively. There's some huge plays in the left field that he did that really saved the game and won the game for Dunkirk. But what a great game. If you didn't see it, take a look on our Facebook page, Twitter page, YouTube page, website. It's in all those three places. And I'll tell you, it was a phenomenal game. I'm going to stay at Dunkirk as Dunkirk wins 12-2 over Allegheny Limestone. Philip Messina goes 3 for 3 with 2 RBIs and 2 runs. Alex Ahlstrom goes 2 for 3. Michael Norton goes 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. Donovan Lockett goes 2 for 3. And Bryson Travis goes 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. And Javier De Jesus has 7 strikeouts in this one. We're going to stay at Dunkirk, but this time Orchard Park wins 15-6 over Dunkirk. Sean Becker goes 3 for 4 with 2 RBIs. Matt Armstrong goes 2 for 3 with 3 RBIs and 2 runs scored. Ben Gasella, the quarterback, 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored. For Dunkirk, Alex Ahlstrom goes 3 for 4 with 2 RBIs. Michael Norton goes 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs, and Bryson Travis has 2 RBIs in this one for Dunkirk. We're now going to go to Olean as Olean wins 8-5 over Fredonia. Thomas Bates leads the way, 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored. Lucas Brushingham goes 2 for 3 with 4 RBIs in this one, and Chase Kratz has 2 RBIs for Olean. For Fredonia, Alex Rush, 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored, and Simon Davis has 2 RBIs in this one for Fredonia. We're going to stay at Fredonia as they win 7-3 over Southwestern. Joey Vandette goes 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs. Dominic Gullo goes 2 for 2 with 2 runs scored. Simon Davis goes 2 for 4. And Southwestern, Nate Johnson goes 2 for 3 in this one. We're now going to go to Gowanda as Gowanda wins 11-1 over Silver Creek. Gavin Phillips goes 3 for 4 with 3 runs scored. He also pitched 5 innings with 8 strikeouts in this one. John Smuda goes 2 for 3. John Ondas has 3 RBIs in this one. And Maddox Browning has 2 RBIs for Gowanda. We're now going to go to Hamburg as Hamburg wins 3-0 over West Seneca East. Nolan Hevern has a 1-hitter, 11 strikeouts, and goes 2 for 3 with an RBI and a run scored. Evan Chafee goes 2 for 4 in this one, and Miles Best goes 2 for 3 for Hamburg in that one. We're going to stay right there as Hamburg wins 7-2 over West Seneca East. Nolan Smith goes 2 for 2 with an RBI and 2 runs scored. Evan Chafee stays hot with the bat as he goes 2 for 4, and Nate Holst has 2 runs scored for Hamburg in that one. We're now going to go to Ken East as Ken East wins 5-2 over Grand Island. Nate Bova goes 3 for 3, 2 runs scored and an RBI. Will Marcotte goes 2 for 4, and Patrick Molnar has 2 RBIs in this one. For Grand Island, Joey Novak has the 2 RBIs for the 2 runs in that game for Grand Island. We're now going to go to Newport as Newport wins 2-0 over Ken East. Nick DiCarlo goes 2 for 3, 2 RBIs, a run scored, a home run, and a triple in that one. Spencer Ryler gets the win on the mound, and for Ken East, Josh King goes 2 for 3. That right there is our first session as we go around recognizing our teams, our scores, and our players out there for baseball. Now get ready as we take a break. I bring in one of the best coaches around in Western New York. He definitely has been recognized as a coach of the year already in the past. And I'm telling you, he's taken and made some huge changes over West Seneca West, where they have been a perennial powerhouse, especially when it comes to sectional play. But I'll tell you, really is, I want everyone to understand where all these standings come from, because I'll tell you, this will really apply right now to West Seneca West as they play ECIC 1 and all AA teams. So how do they actually have a record, and how does it apply when they go back and play single A? So all those questions will be answered and more. Join us back here very shortly on the Diamond Report.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
At Cairo First Wellness, your health and well-being is our passion. Let us take care of you and your family like one of our own.
Cairo First Wellness Center is dedicated to providing patients long-term relief and teaching them how to continue taking care of themselves. With a blend of different techniques, services, and personalized treatment plans, we'll help you find wellness in a way that's right for you. Between chiropractic care, spinal decompression, nutritional counseling, massage therapy, custom orthotics, and more, your relief is in our hands. If twisting, popping, and cracking intimidate you, our Pro Adjuster restores the same range of motion as a physical adjustment would with gentle, repeated tapping.
Dr. Mo at Chiro First has been taking care of my back needs for the past 4 years. His staff treats you like family. I've had the traction, I've had the massage done, and every time leave here feeling fresh and brand new.
Chiro First Wellness Center. Your health and well-being, our passion.
We are back here for the Diamond Report. I have with me head coach at West Seneca West, Jeff Helmbrick. Jeff, thanks for joining me.
Hey, Tom. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So not only is Jeff Helmbrick the coach at West Seneca West, but he's also the ECIC1 chairperson, which is why I also thought it would be real good to bring in Jeff to talk a little bit about these PowerPoints, because everyone looks every year and they go, wait a second, I've got a better record than them. How are they ranked higher than we are? It doesn't make any sense to me. So let's talk about kind of first the PowerPoints. How does that work? Like, how do you get points and how do they come up? Because it's not necessarily by record.
Well, I think you kind of elaborated to it before we got on. I play in ECIC1. We are a Class A school. We are in a division with 6 other AA schools. So way back when, before I even thought of coaching, they came up with a PowerPoint system that if you beat a bigger school, you get more points. So that said, I am in a school playing AA schools. So for instance, I get lucky and beat a team in my division this week. I get 6 PowerPoints for beating a AA school. But say a Will East, a Hamburg, they play in a division with all A schools, they would only get 5 points for beating a team in their division. So it comes down to you beat a larger school than your classification, you get more points, which I agree with. So that said, I say this numerous times every time I get on, ECIC1, I feel like toughest division in the league. So many good baseball guys playing bigger schools. For us, it's helped us in the end. Like playing Orchard Park, Will North, Lancaster, Jamestown, Clarence, Frontier. I think I hit them all, but playing those good schools really has tuned us up for the playoffs. So that's kind of how it works. You beat a bigger school, you kind of get more points for it, but where I feel bad for some of the leagues, when you get down to the southern tier, you may have some B schools with some C schools. In the NFL, you may have some A schools with B schools, AA schools. So nothing against any of those leagues. It's tougher to gain more points when you're playing smaller schools.
Yeah, like in other words, when Lockport plays Ken West and the vice versa happens to them, they'll only get 5 points.
5 points, yeah. So X amount of points. So it's one of those things that, you want to keep the integrity of the league, but also you have to reward schools for beating bigger schools.
Now, if you go into your non-conference opponents, right? So you played Star Point, right, as one. Will that count towards any of your power points? Do you get power points for those games?
So for this year, which is a very unique year with COVID and all the different things going on, there's going to be some tiebreakers that may or may not come into play. Non-league opponents may come into play down the line in some tiebreakers. Hopefully it doesn't. Everybody kind of just fits in and we go. But again, it's still a unique year, even though things are starting to feel like getting to normal, like going to the Diamond, and things are really going really good for everybody. But we're still in wild times. So, with COVID, there's still different things that Section 6, has approved and that we're moving forward with.
So let's just give everybody an example, just so you guys can see the visual here a little bit. So right now you're 3-4 inside conference play, correct?
Correct.
So you've got wins right now, 1 win over Orchard Park. Mm-hmm. You've got a win right now over Jamestown, and you've got a win over Will North.
Right.
In fact, we'll be talking about the Will North game here later today, right? So That right now gives you 18 points is what you've got.
Correct.
All right. Now, I'm just throwing out a team. Please, I don't even know what Hamburg's record is at this point, but Hamburg would be an A school, right?
Yeah, correct.
So what Hamburg now needs, if they're 3-4 like you, or even 3-3, let's just say, and I don't know what the record is off the top of my head,
Right.
they would be right now with 3 wins, only have 15 points.
15 points, so we would be a higher seed at
Right.
that point.
So even though they would have a record of 3-3, you would be 3-4. What it would show is you would actually be seeded higher than them when it comes to sectional play.
And rightfully so. Like, I mean, if we're playing bigger schools, I feel like we should be rewarded.
Absolutely.
So I feel like it's one of those things that, you know, this section is always trying to get things somewhat competitive and somewhat, you know, equal to what's going on in different leagues. So with keeping the integrity of the league, like the ECIC league is, you know, old, been around a long time before I even came around. So keeping those leagues, you have to, in schools, enrollments fluctuate. So you have to be able to reward schools for being bigger schools.
And it comes all over the place. Like I'm going to pick out another school that we hear about every year, City Honors, right? Which is right now doing phenomenal this season. Right now, coming off win after win that we're seeing. But they're going to be right now. Is they're not an A, right? They're a B is where they are.
Yeah, I think they're a B.
They're
school.
a B right now. So if you think about, they're a B, but they're going to play Hutch Tech along the way. They're going to play some of the AA schools that are out there. So think about the power points they get as a B school inside their division, which is why you see them gravitate right towards the top of those standings every year because of the PowerPoint system that's put in place.
Yeah, and I feel like it's, again, you know, they beat those bigger schools. They deserve the points. So, you know, kudos to them.
Yep.
Kudos
And
to
that,
them.
and so really just wanted everybody to understand this because you hear it every year. They just don't understand, and just wanted to give everybody more of an explanation of those points because we're getting close, right? We're about 2 weeks away from us going live as far as when it comes to these whole playoffs that are out here.
My calendar went boom, and it's going really fast. You know, I mean, the weather's been great, and we've been able to get it. I know I was talking to my assistant coach, Brett, my son, and the other day I was like, you know, we've had so many on-the-field practices this year. I mean, the weather's been great. We've been very fortunate, you know, with the COVID, with being pushed. The weather has helped baseball a little bit. So another unique situation is, you know, only the top 8 are making it from each classification.
Which is new, just for COVID. This is a COVID thing.
It's COVID, and it's going to make it tougher for everybody else. So in the Class B, I know there's a lot of Class B schools. There's going to be a lot of good teams that may be left out, you know, just because of, you know, what was approved in COVID and whatever. Like I said, it's still a wild year. So
So we'll still see a lot of this play out. But again, just hope everybody understands the whole process here a little bit more and where they actually come up with these PowerPoints. Listen, you've got a young team, right, at West Seneca West. But I'll tell you, you've got some players that are really stepping up for you and really coming up big right now, especially in the ECIC 1, which you keep talking about. I know you got a couple pitchers that have really stepped up big. You got the bats really starting to come along. Why don't you talk about that team and some of the guys that are really stepping up right now?
Well, I think for us it's experience and kind of finding a fit where everybody goes. I only brought back 2 guys from the 2019 semifinal run. So not playing last year and not having juniors that are now seniors, so COVID seniors, not having them last year, we don't know what they could do. So where maybe some programs flourish, we've kind of been picking up the pieces and seeing what direction we're going in. So with that said, we're really young. We have 2 freshmen, Ryan Vanderlip and Noah Wasura, who they've started all 9 games. So for them, getting their first varsity experience has been quite the challenge for them. Our pitching has been steady. We had a couple guys out to start the year. Now we're getting those guys back, and now I feel like we're going to compete even more. John Ray Hosferter, who's 3-1, could easily be 4-0 if we hit a little bit more. But you know, he just had one of those days. But every single outing, he has been getting better. We're big on development and getting out there every single time and trying to learn from our mistakes and being better with that next outing. And John Ray has done that. Along with our staff is Michael Labecki, who came back. He got a big win for us last night against Will North. He's pitched 2 outings in 2 weeks. He's done really well. He was a guy that we were looking to be our horse. You know, he's played in a lot of big games over the summer. He's really good on the mound, and, you know, nothing really rattles him. So he's a senior, so we know what he can do. So those 2 guys alone on the hill will be great for us.
Yeah, no doubt, and that's, as you know, this is where you want your pitching staff to start coming together, and it really is coming together. And like I said, your bats have been coming like from different people in different games is what you've seen step up, and that we're going to hear about more and more as we start getting close to this playoff run.
Yeah, I think, you know, we've had one steady bat, Nolan Oliver, our first baseman, who's been not even streaky. He's just consistent. He'll get 1 hit here, 2 hits there, 1 hit here, 2 hits there, come with a 3-hit game. You know, he's been our steady bat all year. And then we'll have somebody step up that'll just come out of the blue. Like, I'll be flipping a coin, you know, who are we gonna bat where today, you know.
Yep, Trevor Krell was your one who just did the last time as he came up big.
Right. I mean, we were no hit. I mean, Will North, they threw a gem against us. They shut us down. You know, one AB and 1 HBP actually from a perfect game. Yep. So, you know.
But what I've been impressed is I'm going to look at that game and then look at the first time you played Orchard Park, right? Mm-hmm. Both times where you consider is they could have been losses where everybody drops the heads, right? Drops the heads out there, says, wow, we're not going to be able to do well in this one, and they come back and win against both those teams after losses that were huge.
And I feel like we're giving away our, like, MO. I feel like we're setting these guys up. You know, kick our butt the first time, and then – you know, it's baseball, so, you know, you play them the next day, and you're like, oh, we got these guys. So we're setting them up nice. All league series, we've been setting them up pretty nice. But, yeah, I think we're kind of throwing ourselves out there now. But it's been, you know, who's up? Who can step up for us? You know, we have a lot of young players, a lot of young juniors. We have Bryce Riley, who's been big for us, you know, another senior, Max Kohler, you know, he's been big for us. So
yeah, Max, your third baseman, Riley, a middle infielder right there.
Right. So it's and you know these guys. So, you know, it's just one of those things, like learning my style and know the expectations and know that, look, ECIC 1, we're going to be in a dogfight. So if you don't step on the field ready to play, they're gonna smack you. So.
And I'll tell you right now, and I think at least everybody in the A class knows that you may not be one of the upper-ranked teams going in there. You know you're going to be down towards the bottom because of you playing in ECIC 1. I'm going to tell you right now, do not take these guys lightly. They're going to be there. That's exactly why they keep going up, having great sectional play. Their team is battle-tested, ready to go. No doubt you're going to make a run, Coach. I want to say thanks so much for coming in today.
Oh, my God. Thanks for having me. Good luck to everybody out there. Like I said, these next couple of weeks will be a grind for everybody. So.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, good luck the rest of the way. I know I'm going to be watching, and we're definitely going to get out to one of your games, make sure we get you broadcasted out there. But, again, thanks for coming in.
Hey, Tom, I just want to say thank you for everything you do for Western New York baseball and softball. I mean, you're really putting a lot of guys out there. You're really doing a lot of big things. And, I mean, everybody appreciates you. Everybody. Anytime. And, you know, we have a link, you know, a personal link. So everybody knows that, you know, when I see you or see them, they're always saying, hey, you know, Tom Prince is doing a great job for Western New York baseball. And I know all athletics, but, you know, I'm a little, you know, to the baseball side. So, you know, I really appreciate the baseball.
That means a lot to me. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Tom.
All right, we'll talk soon.
Yep, thanks.
We're going to take a quick break. As we come back, we're going to run through the rest of the games, and then we go softball.
I love being home.
There's nothing better than owning the perfect house to come home to. You've earned it, and we'll make it happen. Our local real estate experts and in-house team of financial professionals make buying or selling your home simple. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
I love being home.
Are you in pain from a no-fault car accident? Don't wait. Call RES Physical Medicine and Rehab today and take advantage of our 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. One of our medical professionals will see you within 48 hours. RES offers DXD imaging for a more accurate diagnosis in less time. This allows our doctors to coordinate the most effective treatment plan to get you on your way to recovery faster. Feel better with RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. Click or call today to learn more.
We are back to the Diamond Report. One great interview down. We still got another one to go when we head to softball, but let's finish up our recognition. I'm going to go to Frontier now as Frontier wins 7-0 over Jamestown. Nick Schultz has a day, 2 for 4, 2 runs scored, 2 RBIs, a home run, pitches for 7 innings, and has 10 strikeouts. For Jamestown, Juan Matos has the 2 hits that Jamestown had for their team. I'm now going to go to Newport as Newport wins 9-5 over North Tonawanda. Adam Coppins goes 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs, pitches 5 innings, has 9 strikeouts in this one. Vinny Carlo goes 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs, and Spencer Ryler has 2 RBIs and a home run in that one. For North Tonawanda, J.J. Reed goes 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored, 2 RBIs, and Casey O'Brien goes 2 for 4 for North Tonawanda. We're going to stay at North Tonawanda as they win 10-5 over Lockport. Casey O'Brien right now comes up big again, 2 for 3, 2 runs scored, 4 RBIs, a triple, and a home run in that one. And then Sam Heim goes 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs and a run scored, and Zach Krathis goes 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Aiden Haynes goes 5 innings pitched on the mound for 8 strikeouts, and for Lockport, Jake Golombek goes 2 for 5 with 2 RBIs for Lockport. We're now going to go to Medina, another great team we talk about. Medina wins 15-1 over Albion. Brian Fry goes 2 for 4 with 3 runs scored and an RBI. Aiden Paul goes 2 for 3, 3 runs scored, 2 RBIs. Xander Payne goes 1 for 2 with 2 runs scored, and A.J. Seafelt has 2 RBIs in this one. For Albion, Tyler Gibson goes 2 for 3. We're going to stay at Medina as they win 10-2 over Albion this time. Brian Fry stays hot, 3 for 4, 2 runs scored, an RBI, and a home run in this one. Zach Veit goes 2 for 3 with 3 RBIs. Austin Mosier has 2 RBIs in this one, and Aiden Paul has 2 RBIs. Xander Payne hits the mound and has 6 innings pitched with 9 strikeouts. We're now going to go to City Honors as they win 11-0 over Olmsted, another hot team right now to watch out for. Matt Cabria has a 1-hitter in this one with 11 strikeouts and added a triple and an RBI. Connor Kiefer had a double, 2 runs scored. Quinn Mahoney had a home run, 3 runs scored, and 3 RBIs. Ivory Parker had a home run, 3 RBIs, and Xavier Mann, 2 runs scored and 2 RBIs for City Honors. We're now going to go to Niagara Wheatfield as they win 8-4 over Niagara Falls. Ben Yodis has 5 innings pitched, 10 strikeouts. For Niagara Falls, Judd Lowry goes 1 for 2 with 3 RBIs of the 4 runs right there. Orchard Park wins 4-3 over Frontier in 10 innings, another one. Matt Armstrong goes 3 for 6. Sean Becker goes 2 for 5. A big RBI hit in the 10th for Sean Becker. Sean, I still see that smile from here. I love this kid's smile. A great player, great kid. Love to see you get a big hit right there for the win for Orchard Park. Tyler Kelly also has 2 runs scored in this one. Frontier, Gavin Borello goes 2 for 5. Brad Kellner goes 2 for 5, and Nick Schultz has 2 runs scored for Frontier. We're now going to go to Pine Valley as Pine Valley wins 7-6 over Randolph. Bryce Serku with a walk-off single, 2 for 4, 2 runs scored in RBI, and Travis West goes 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs and a run scored. For Randolph, Dylan Schrader goes 2 for 4, Kyle Smallback goes 2 for 3, and Austin Bushy has 2 RBIs for Randolph. We're now going to go to Portville as Portville wins 10-2 over Randolph. Maxiel has 9 strikeouts on the bump. He also goes 2 for 3, 4 RBIs, and 2 runs scored. Luke Petrzak goes 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored. Joe Long goes 2 for 4. Michael Cole has 3 runs scored, and Nathan Petrzak has 2 runs scored in that one for Portville. We're going to stay right there in Portville as they win 8-3 over Ellicottville. Luke Petrzak goes 3 for 4. Maxiel goes 2 for 3. Joe Long goes 2 for 4. Nathan Petrzak goes 2 runs scored, 2 RBIs. Michael Cole with 2 runs scored. Ellicottville, guess who? We talk about him all the time. Lucas Marsh goes 2 for 4, and Wyatt Chudy has 2 runs scored in that one for Ellicottville. We're now going to go to Alden. As Alden wins 6-0 over Springville. Chowdanes goes 3 for 3. Muscarell goes 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Watson goes 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored. And Knoll goes 2 for 3 in that one for Alden. For Springville, Dan Comenda goes 2 for 2 for Springville in that one. We're going to stay at Springville as this time they turn around as they win 11-0 over Alden. Keaton Winook as a no-hitter also goes 2 for 4, 3 runs scored, and 4 RBIs. Keaton comes up big. Austin Boys goes 2 for 4 with 4 RBIs in this one. Garrett Walker goes 2 for 2. Hunter Runser goes 2 for 3. And Josh Connors goes 3 for 3 with 3 runs scored. We're now going to go to Star Point. As Star Point wins 4-3 over Sweet Home. Star Point overcomes a 3-0 deficit to win, led by Josh Millville on the mound with 7 strikeouts. Key hits by Hunter Briggs, Dylan Drodureski, Tyler Millville, all with big hits. For Sweet Home, Ben Brown goes 3 for 4, and Zach Crawford goes 2 for 4 in this one. We're now going to talk about the game that I talked with Coach real quick. West Seneca West wins 10-3 over Will North. Mike Labecki with a complete game 4-hitter. Trevor Krell goes 3 for 4 with 4 RBIs and 3 runs scored. Trev, good to see you doing well right there. I've been waiting for a big game. And Nolan Oliver, who Coach also talked about, 2 for 4 as he's been steady for that West Seneca team at 2 RBIs. Will North, Parker Murray had 2 of the 4 hits for Will North in that one. We're going to stay at Will North as they won 6-0 in the game that Coach also talked about. Brendan Morse with a no-hitter, a hit by pitch away from a perfect game as he also has 11 strikeouts. Andrew Damiani goes 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. Parker Murray has 2 RBIs in this one. Connor Holman has 2 runs scored. And Richie Cato has 2 runs scored for Will North. We're now going to go to Wilson. As Wilson wins 8-6 over Albion, Noah Yearney goes 3 for 4 with 3 runs scored and an RBI. Mike Miller goes 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs. Tyler Yassett goes 2 for 2, and Drew Dable has 2 runs scored. Connor Ernst has 7 innings pitched and 9 strikeouts for Wilson. For Albion, Tyler Gibson 3 for 4. Javon Jones goes 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored. Amari Jones goes 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored. Alex Gibson goes 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs, and Kyle Woolston goes 2 for 3 for Albion. You see a lot of family connection in there as Gibson and Joneses both do well. We're now going to go to Monsignor Martin as St. Joe's wins 2-1 over St. Francis. Joe Tobia has 7 innings pitched, 9 strikeouts for the W. Joey Haynes with the 2 runs scored for St. Joe's, and Sean Deacon goes 2 for 3 for St. Joe's. For St. Franny's, Aiden Brunner goes 2 for 4, and Gavin Roskwitowski goes 2 for 3 in this one for St. Francis. St. Joe's gets their chance to go to the Monsignor Martin final with a win, again, 8-5 over St. Francis. Joey Haynes, big again. Love this kid. I'm telling you, what a great kid this kid is. I love seeing him having a season. Great play at shortstop. I'm telling you, what a great kid. You got to come out and watch this St. Joe's team. They are something. But Joey Haynes goes 4 for 4, 3 runs scored and an RBI. Tristan Wigan goes 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored. Anthony Greco, who we interviewed, having a heck of a season, 2 for 4 in this one. And Brandon Basillo has 2 RBIs. St. Francis, Nate Langdon goes 2 for 2. Hunter Nowak with 2 RBIs. And Aiden Brunner has 2 runs scored in that one for St. Francis. We're going to stay in the Monsignor Martin as Canisius wins 3-1 over St. Mary's. Ryan Lynch has 7 innings pitched, 7 strikeouts, 2-hitter. And Jacob LaDuca goes 1 for 3 and 2 RBIs for Canisius in that one. St. Mary's wins 5-1 over Canisius. Tyler Curl goes 3 for 3, 2 runs scored, 2 RBIs, 2 triples in this one. And Tyler Mendola has 2 RBIs in that one for St. Mary's as they come up big. And we have a Game 3 that's going to be happening right there. But that's it right there for baseball. I know we ran over a little bit right now, but we went a little over with Coach, and because I really wanted everybody to understand the whole PowerPoint system and how it worked. But get ready, folks. We're going to take a quick break, and guess what? We now begin softball. So can't wait. Thank you so much so far. We got baseball done. We're off to softball halfway through the show. Let's get on as we get ready. We bring in softball next.
At Cairo First Wellness, your health and well-being is our passion. Let us take care of you and your family like one of our own.
Cairo First Wellness Center is dedicated to providing patients long-term relief and teaching them how to continue taking care of themselves. With a blend of different techniques, services, and personalized treatment plans, we'll help you find wellness in a way that's right for you. Between chiropractic care, spinal decompression, nutritional counseling, massage therapy, custom orthotics, and more, your relief is in our hands. If twisting, popping, and cracking intimidate you, our Pro Adjuster restores the same range of motion as a physical adjustment would with gentle, repeated tapping.
Dr. Mo at Chiro First has been taking care of my back needs for the past 4 years. His staff treats you like family. I've had the traction, I've had the massage done, and every time leave here feeling fresh and brand new.
Chiro First Wellness Center. Your health and well-being. Our passion.
We are back as we now start the second half of the Diamond Report, and we're going to go softball. I am going to go right to the Diamond as we're going to report a game from tonight. It comes from Dunkirk as Dunkirk wins 8-0 over Allegheny Limestone. I'll tell you, Ashley Gatoka is having a year down there. Her third no-hitter of the season for Dunkirk. And I'll tell you, it's our 130th K in 10 games this season. She had 16 strikeouts in this one. Ashley, no doubt you're going to be someone we're going to need to bring onto the Diamond Report. You're having a heck of a year. Keep it up, but we definitely wanted to go and start right now and give her the recognition she deserves. Great job there, Ashley. So now we're going to get into some of our games right here as we're going to start at Lancaster. As Lancaster wins 10-7 over Eden, Brooke Frost goes 3 for 4 with 4 RBIs, 2 runs scored, and a grand slam in this one for Brooke. Lauren Albert goes 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored, and Megan Hemanowski goes 2 for 3 with runs scored. For Eden, Marissa Calloway goes 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. Brooke Woodard goes 2 for 4 with a run scored and an RBI. And Lydia Kobe goes 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored in this one. And then Caitlin Schmitz has 2 RBIs for Eden also. We're now going to stay at Lancaster as Lancaster wins 5-1 over Will North. Our last week's interview, Maddie Balk steps up again. She's on fire right now. She's got 18 strikeouts. Oh, and then, by the way, she decides to get the bat going on top of it, as she now goes 2 for 4 with a home run and a triple in this one. And listen to this. In 51 2/3 innings, she's got 135 strikeouts, 1 walk. Maddie, you're having a year. Keep it up. And I'll tell you, we loved having you on the Diamond Report last week, and you just keep shining even more. Now we're going to go over to Cheektowaga as they win 17-5 over Pioneer. Sarah Domanowski goes 4 for 5, 4 RBIs, and 3 runs scored. Olivia Falacaro goes 3 for 4. Aubrey Alvira goes 3 for 5 with 3 runs scored and an RBI. Samantha Golab goes 2 for 4 with 4 RBIs and 2 runs scored. Emma Robarki goes 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs and a home run. And Adrina Duval goes 2 for 3 with 3 runs scored and a home run in that one. And then Pioneer Carly Putt goes 3 for 4, and Jade Brown has 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored for Pioneer. We're now going to stay in Cheektowaga as they win 8-6 over Sweet Home. Adriana Duval goes 3 for 3 with 3 runs scored, and she pitches 5 1/3 innings with 8 strikeouts. Isabella Becker goes 3 for 4 with 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored. Samantha Golab goes 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. Sarah Domanowski goes 2 for 4 with an RBI and a run scored. And Aliciana Elvira goes 2 for 4 with an RBI. And then for Sweet Home, Avery Guame goes 4 for 4 with 2 RBIs and a run scored for Sweet Home. We're now going to go to Niagara Wheatfield as they win 14-4 over Ken West. We're going to start Niagara Wheatfield. Jenna Agugliaro. Sorry about that one. I don't have all the names, but trying to make sure I do my best to recognize everybody. 3 for 3 with 2 RBIs and a run scored. And Sasha Zayats goes 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored. For Ken West, Mariah Sempley goes 2 for 2 with 3 runs scored. Victoria Hatch goes 2 for 4 with an RBI and a run scored. And Leah Fran goes 2 for 4 with an RBI. We're now going to go to Amherst as they win 9-8 over Star Point. Catherine Jacobia goes 4 for 4. Paige Natalia goes 3 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Amaya Woods goes 2 for 4. Tessa D. Sisico goes 2 for 4. Maya Hurley goes 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs, 2 runs scored, and a home run in this one. And Jane Carney goes 2 for 4. For Star Point, Mariah Schatz goes 3 for 4 with 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored. Gianna Adamo goes 2 for 5 with 2 runs scored. Morgan Bennett goes 2 for 4. Caitlin Hawkins goes 2 for 4. And Jocelyn Duncan goes 2 for 4 in that one. We're now going to go to Iroquois as they win a good one over Amherst 3-2. Iroquois' Emily Garden goes 2 for 3. Maggie Lenda has 7 innings pitched and 11 strikeouts in this one. For Amherst, Maya Hurley goes 2 for 3 with a home run. Maddie Gilson goes 2 for 3 with a home run. And then Maddie Gilson has 6 innings pitched and 7 strikeouts. Both runs scored for Amherst were home runs in that one. Now Falconer wins 5-4 over Olean. Kayla Lynn goes 2 for 4. Tess Spagenberg goes 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored, and a home run. Ashley Pierce has 2 for 3 in that one for Falconer. For Olean, Jolynn Gibbons goes 2 for 3. Hannah Nelson goes 2 for 3. Christine Martin goes 2 for 3. And Kylie Anastasia goes 6 innings pitched for 7 strikeouts in that one. We now have an extra inning affair as Frewsburg defeats Panama 5-4. Reagan Scheitester goes 2 for 5, and Scheitester also has 8 2/3 innings pitched. Ready? 22 strikeouts in 8 2/3 innings as she has a day on the mound for Frewsburg. And then Ashlyn Harvey for Panama goes 9 innings pitched, 12 strikeouts, as that no doubt was a pitching duel down there. We're now going to go to Cattaraugus Little Valley as they win 9-8 over North Collins. Alex Minikine goes 2 for 4. Macy Pritchard goes 2 for 3. Alex Shatka goes 2 for 4. Megan Ellis goes 2 for 3. And Lexi Mikowitz goes 2 for 4 for North Collins. Haley Jasinski goes 3 for 3. Selena Makajewski goes 2 for 3. And Sophia Vanstrom goes 2 for 3 in that one. We're now going to go to Portville as they win 12-1 over North Collins. Portville, Tegan Kosinski goes 3 for 4 with 2 RBIs. Mia Lasnik goes 2 for 4 with 3 runs scored. Brooke Dio goes 3 for 5 with 2 runs scored. Mia Weltley goes 2 for 3. Kylie Blessing goes 2 for 4 for Portville in that one. For North Collins, Haley Jasinski goes 2 for 4. And then Selena Makajewski goes 2 for 4 in that one for North Collins. And then Brooke Dio goes 7 innings pitched, 10 strikeouts for Portville. We're now going to go to Orchard Park as they win 8-1 over Hamburg. Ava Farina goes 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. Jessica Roman goes 2 for 4. Madeline Cavelli goes 2 for 3, 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored, and a home run in this one. And then she goes to the mound. 7 innings pitched, 14 strikeouts in that one for Orchard Park. We're now going to go to Will North as Will North wins 13-2 over Hamburg. Sarah Parsick goes 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored. She also goes to the mound, has 15 strikeouts for Will North in that one. For Hamburg, Sophia Lyons has a home run, and Summer Sega has a home run for Hamburg, as both the runs scored were home runs in that one right there, too. We're going to stay at Will North as they win 3-2 over Iroquois. Maggie Lenda, again, with a great outing as she goes 6 innings pitched for 11 strikeouts for Iroquois. And then for Will North, Hallie Laurenper goes 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs, and Abby Weissenberg has a home run in this one for Will North. We're now going to go to Ken East as they win 9-8 over Lewiston Porter. Jane Riley goes 3 for 4 with 2 runs scored. Maria Judge goes 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs. Cameron Smith goes 2 for 4. Gabrielle Sordetto goes 2 for 4. Madison Esmond goes 2 for 2 with 3 runs scored. Layla Fisher goes 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored. Emma Stasio has a home run in this one, and Gianna Kaur goes for 7 innings pitched and 11 strikeouts. For Newport, Ava Staub goes 3 for 4 with 2 runs scored, and Megan Bio goes 2 for 3 with 3 RBIs for Newport. We hear a lot about Megan, too, as Megan, every time I go to Newport, gets recognition on this show. She's been having a heck of a season herself. We're now going to go to Lakeshore as Part 2 now happened as Lakeshore wins 10-7 this time over Depew. Grace DeGroat goes 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored. Carly Fisher goes 2 for 3. Katie DiMartino goes 2 for 3. And Elizabeth Jarzinski goes 2 for 3 for Lakeshore. For Depew, Amanda Cole goes 2 for 5 with 2 runs scored. Mia Vanelli goes 2 for 3. Shaylee Stekowitz goes 2 for 4. And Jordan Koenig has 6 innings pitched with 9 strikeouts. We're going to stay at Lake Shore as they win 21-7 over Maryvale. Katie DiMartino goes 4 for 5 with 3 RBIs, 2 runs scored, and a blast, a home run in that one. Gabby Rodriguez goes 3 for 4 with 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored. Grace DeGroat goes 2 for 3 with 4 runs scored. Carly Frazier goes 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs, 3 runs scored, and a home run. Alyssa Chaplin goes 2 for 3 with 3 RBIs. Chancey Gonzalez goes 2 for 3 in this one, or Shanice, I apologize. Shanice Gonzalez goes 2 for 3. Jordan Colvin goes 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs and 3 runs scored. And Elizabeth Jarzinski goes 5 innings pitched with 8 strikeouts. For Maryvale, Alexis Murtha goes 2 for 3, and Zoe Gilligan goes 2 for 2 for Maryvale. That right there is the end of our first recognition. We are now going to be taking a quick break, bringing in our interview as we got a big one here for you. Coming from Will East, Ella Wozolowski. I'm telling you, what a hitter, what a catcher. Can't wait to talk to her as she's up next.
I love being home.
There's nothing better than owning the perfect house to come home to. You've earned it, and we'll make it happen. Our local real estate experts and in-house team of financial professionals make buying or selling your home simple. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
I love being home.
Are you in pain from a no-fault car accident? Don't wait. Call RES Physical Medicine and Rehab today and take advantage of our 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. One of our medical professionals will see you within 48 hours. RES offers DXD imaging for a more accurate diagnosis in less time. This allows our doctors to coordinate the most effective treatment plan to get you on your way to recovery faster. Feel better with RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. Click or call today to learn more.
We are back to the Diamond Report, and I'm excited. We got our next interview. Ella Wozolowski. Ella, thanks so much for joining me.
Thank you so much for having me, and shout out to Coach Durr.
Oh, you knew you had to get that in there, I'll tell you. No, I love Coach. I'm so glad. You definitely got a great one right there, and we've talked about him a lot in the broadcast. I mean, you're talking about a coach who has taken 3 different sports to state championships. He's something. He really is.
For sure.
Yeah, and I know why every one of these young women that are on your team, as well as that's coming like yourself to talk to me, think the world of him, and there's a reason why right there, no doubt. Mm-hmm. So before we start, I'm going to just do a quick recognition of what you guys did this week. So you played West Seneca East, right? You win 4-0 in that one. Summer Clark throws a 2-hitter and 13 strikeouts and goes 2 for 3 with an RBI. Abby Stelrek goes 1 for 3 with an RBI. You went 1 for 3 with an RBI, and then Brielle Wark goes 1 for 3 with an RBI in that one right there. Then you also, with the one we broadcasted, you could take a look that's out here. Will East wins 10-0 over Lancaster. Summer Clark in the win in that one also, 9 strikeouts. Abby Stelrek goes 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. Melissa Smith goes 2 for 3. Kirsten Smith goes 2 for 4 in an RBI. Brianna Willett goes 1 for 3 in an RBI. You went 1 for 4. I'm going to tell you, these stats don't show the way you hit the ball in that game. She blasts a home run as her last at bat, clear over there with the 2 RBIs right there. But I'm going to tell you, she hit the ball hard all day. 1 to center, 1 to right, wherever you hit it, it was crushed. And it was funny. I don't know if you got a chance to listen to the broadcast at all. Before you came up, I go, she's way due. We're going to see a big hit right here. And then, boom, you put it out to no man's land. I think it's still going, in fact, out there.
Yeah, not much I can do about that.
No, you did exactly what you did. And if anybody was there scouting or watching the game, it's exactly what they said. Boy, she hits the ball hard, and she really hit it on the screws there. So let's get into some of our questions right here. So first the question is, did you win tonight?
Yes, we did.
Okay, so that's going to extend right here that we're out here talking about, right? So how hard is it going to each game knowing that you've got a 37-game win streak that's on the line? Is that tough right now to go to the games?
Yes, I don't really think of it like that. I just know that every team is coming out with a fight and that we both need to put up a good competition. And I just know that my team is going out aggressive and they're coming out aggressive too. So.
Do you hear back from any of the other young women that are out there that played for the team? Because this is 2 years. It'll be 2 years running that this the streak is going for. So it obviously applies to people that have already graduated along the way, right?
Yeah.
You hear back from any of them on the streak?
No, but I know some returning players come and they're always like, "Oh my gosh, you guys are still going at it." So
That's awesome. That's great. So listen, I know you're not going to come out and admit it. You are definitely one of the top hitters in the area. And I was saying, when
Thank you.
did that broadcast that we were out there last, at that point, you were actually over 800 as far as what you were hitting at that point. I know you're somewhere in the 600s right now. But again, look at it. You had a game that was 1 for 4, that you hit the ball hard everywhere. There's nothing you're going to do about that, right? The fact that you were even going at 800 was absolutely amazing to where we were. So, being that you're one of the top hitters in Will East and one of the top hitters in Western New York, talk about what your approach is and your at-bat. As you're getting ready to step into that batter's box, what's your approach?
yeah, so I just try to stay relaxed because I'm definitely a big overthinker. So I just kind of go up there, calm, cool and collected, and try to just, stay disciplined and swing at my pitches.
Is there anything as far as first pitch strikes that you look at? Are you looking for the fastball right away? What are you looking for as far as that you're expecting when you're getting in there ready to hit?
So one of the things I incorporate in like my workouts and everything is like outside pitches, inside pitches, working on all those. So right when I go up to the plate, I recognize, and it's just kind of more of a reaction, but I practice that reaction so that I'm ready in the game. So I'm not looking for a specific pitch. I just react to it, and wherever the pitch is, I have to react and just kind of execute there.
Is there ever a pitch that you're looking for in a certain count?
I don't want to go and exposing my favorite pitch out there.
Fair enough. I like that one. There you go. That's a great answer right there. But listen, I do say this, right? And I do preach this in a lot of the broadcasts I do. And probably the stat is more from baseball, but I know it has to correlate for softball too. But that first pitch strike that somebody goes after and hits is the highest average that you can have anywhere in the count. So, I mean, is it at least if you see that pitch, are you aggressive with the first pitch fastball in the count?
I do. I definitely don't like to take pitches. I'm more of a first pitch hitter. I like to attack early.
There you go. So, I know right now that you put in tons of time into your craft, right? And what you do, catcher. I know you've got a great coaching catcher coach, I should say.
Yes.
That's out there, and I know you probably want to talk about him in a minute too. But listen, even when you warmed up in the game, right? I watched you take your throw downs, and you're throwing darts down to second base. You still weren't happy. You went out to the outfield, and you were throwing more because you wanted it to be absolutely perfect, right? I've watched you block the ball too. Love your positioning of the blocking ball and the positions that you take, right? So talk about what you do to prepare on your off days. What do you do to prepare as a catcher? Tell me what that looks like.
So, even, this is going to sound crazy, but even before or after games, I go out and hit or catch. And especially after games I might not do so well, I'll go out and hit and just perfect my craft and everything. But the biggest thing is trusting myself in the game. So I know that when I put in the work and I can trust myself during the game, that's a big part of it. So one of the huge things that I do is I hit out in the cage. I have a cage in my backyard, so I'll hit off the tee, and then I'll do footwork, throwing into the net for catching. I'll practice throwing mechanics and just incorporate all that stuff so that in the game I know, like, I got this.
Do you know your time down to second, your pop? Do you know all those times?
I do.
What are they?
So my highest, as of right now, my top pop time is 1.5, and then my top velo for overhand is 74.
Nice. Wow. Those are some great numbers. As you know, is going through the recruiting process that you are. Those are numbers you've got to know, and you've got to be able to say is, how am I going to improve? How am I going to get better each day? You know what I mean? So no doubt those are numbers that are absolutely something to be proud of. There's no doubt. So now, talk about your leadership a little bit. And I know this isn't a bragging thing. I don't want you to look at this point. I watched you play now in a couple games. You're a vocal leader on the field. Not negative. You are a vocal leader, just that you are leading the way on the field. Talk about, just because catchers are coaches out on the field. They really are, right? So talk about what that looks like for you, that leadership on the field, and how important that is with you and your team.
Yeah, it's so important because essentially all eyes are on you. The ball's coming to you, and that's how you start off the play, is obviously the pitcher. throwing the ball, but then the catcher is everything. Like, being vocal is so important because you have to say the plays. Like, some people might not know the outs, so you have to be super vocal and, like, telling them that. And it's very hard to explain, but, like, just the overall kind of, like, vibe of the game, you have to be vocal in order to keep the energy up.
Yeah, and I couldn't agree with you more. And like I said, is you not only do it vocally out there on the field, you lead by example too. There's no doubt about that, right? And you see that in all the things that you do. But I also believe that leadership is something that people can go out, that can take, and they can own. It's something you've done. And just wanted to really hear what you felt that would look like out there on the field. You've got one of the best pitchers in the area right now. You know that,
Yes.
right, in Summer Clark.
Yes.
And you guys have been together now. How long have you been catching her?
Probably I started off in the playoffs in 7th grade, so it's probably been 3 years.
3 years, and then plus an off season that was in there, right?
Yes,
So you
yeah.
could technically say you've been catching her for 4 years.
Yeah.
She better be calling that coach over in Syracuse to say, I need my catcher there
Yeah.
with me. I'm teasing. It's just, listen, it's something I know that you've got a special relationship with, and she definitely has proven time and time again why she is also one of the top pitchers in the area.
Yeah. I admire Summer so much. Like, on the diamond, she's all for it. Like, she's focused. She's just, I don't know. It's hard to explain. She's just collected, and she's going out there, and she's going to compete.
That's the leader by example right there, right? She's going to go out there every day and give you everything she's got and show you how to do it. And she just really steps up game after game after game. It doesn't matter what it is. So I want you to revisit one of your games, right? State semifinals. You've got 2 home runs in this game, right? Walk me through those at-bats.
Let me just tell you, that's the best experience I've had in my entire life. States, it was a little nerve-wracking because I was younger and, playing with the older girls, especially traveling and everything. It was just so much fun. But honestly, I can't really remember the whole at-bat, but all I know is that there's so much adrenaline and so much excitement because you want to win. And just having my team around me and, like, the environment, I was just, like, just hit it hard somewhere. And I wasn't expecting anything like a home run, just hit it hard somewhere, and it happened. So that's all I can pretty much remember is just the adrenaline going.
That's awesome. And I mean, obviously, never. One is an adrenaline thing.
Yeah.
2 just means you really were on that day.
Yeah.
It really was something to remember.
Yeah, and if I remember correctly, the first home run was right after Rachel Steffens, too.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure one of them. And I was like, after Rachel was up, I'm like, you know what? Like, we're getting this. Like, we got this.
That's awesome. Wow, that's a great story right there. Listen, I went to the field for the first time, and I sat there and just looked out into the outfield. And to me, it goes, wow, this has got to be an intimidating environment when you see sectional title, sectional title, sectional title, and it's year after year after year after year. And I just sat there, and I was like, wow, this is really something that's out there. So now tell me, what do you think you guys need to do to add another year to those banners out in the outfield?
Yeah, so we've been coming out aggressive, and I just think the biggest thing in our game is just staying aggressive, attacking early, and just communication. Communication is key. Like, obviously, like we said earlier, being vocal. We all just need to communicate together and just attack.
Do you think your schedule's helped this year?
I'm sorry.
I know it's another question. Do you think your schedule is going to help you this year?
Oh, yeah,
Coaches
for sure.
obviously put Clarence on there, Lancaster on there. I mean, you've got everybody is on there. He's not afraid to take anybody on this year, right?
Yeah.
Do you think that'll help you though to be able to run for the sectional title?
Oh, for sure, 'cause you got great teams. Even we've come up with some great matches also this year so far, and it's just having those is definitely going to be very, very beneficial for the future because it's not going to be easy, and it never is easy.
Well, Ella, listen, no doubt you're accomplishing some great things here in softball. No doubt you're accomplishing some great things in Western New York. No doubt all of us are watching, right? Can't wait to see what happens the rest of the way. We're all going to be here watching out, seeing exactly what happens. Just do me one favor. When you do decide officially where you're going to go, and I'm going to tell you, coaches, if you watch this, you got a leader right here. You got somebody you better be talking to right now if you haven't already. But I'll tell you, when you officially make that decision, just make sure we know because I know everybody's going to want to know exactly where you land.
Okay, thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. I appreciate you coming in. It is great to have you, and I'm sure we're going to see you out in the field real soon.
Thank you.
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate it.
So we're going to take a
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to Howard Hanna.
It's been a great year, I'll tell you. And I'll tell you, for softball, you could say it's been the year of the pitcher so far for softball. We're hearing about, as you said, I kicked off the show with a pitcher, but I'll tell you, we've also heard some big hitting stories too. But I can't tell you how many perfect games, no hitters, 18 strikeouts. We had a 22 strikeout game I recognized already today. They're really out there. But let's go take a quick break. As we come back, and we're going to recognize the rest of these young women here in Western New York and the accomplishments they've had so far this week.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
At Cairo First Wellness, your health and well-being is our passion. Let us take care of you and your family like one of our own.
Cairo First Wellness Center is dedicated to providing patients long-term relief and teaching them how to continue taking care of themselves. With a blend of different techniques, services, and personalized treatment plans, we'll help you find wellness in a way that's right for you. Between chiropractic care, spinal decompression, nutritional counseling, massage therapy, custom orthotics, and more, your relief is in our hands. If twisting, popping, and cracking intimidate you, our Pro Adjuster restores the same range of motion as a physical adjustment would with gentle, repeated tapping.
Dr. Mo at Cairo First has been taking care of my back needs for the past 4 years. His staff treats you like family. I've had the traction, I've had the massage done, and every time leave here feeling fresh and brand new.
Cairo First Wellness Center. Your health and well-being. Our passion.
And here we are. We're in the stretch run of the Diamond Report as we've got more young women to recognize here in Western New York. I'm going to start out right now at Akron as Akron wins 8-4 over Wilson. Kiefer goes 3 for 4 with an RBI, 7 strikeouts on the mound. Henning goes 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs and runs scored. Jonathan goes 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored and an RBI. And Maya Thomas has 2 RBIs in this one. For Wilson, Juliana Labecki goes 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs. And Ryan Ferry goes 1 for 3, has a home run in this one with an RBI and a run scored. We're now going to go to Will South as Will South wins 15-2 over Sweet Home. Olivia Ruggiero goes 5 for 5, 2 runs scored and 2 RBIs. MJ Martin goes 3 for 5 with 3 RBIs and 2 runs scored. Bri Dewey goes 2 for 4 with 4 runs scored and 2 RBIs. Giagangi hits one out with a home run as 2 runs scored, 3 RBIs. Pitched 7 innings with six strikeouts in the W and gets the W in this one. Sydney Lechoki goes 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs, and Emily Pantera goes 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored, and Marissa Barali goes 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs and a run scored. We're now going to go to Frontier as Frontier wins 4-3 over Will South. Samantha Steindl goes 2 for 4 with an RBI. Cassidy Weller goes 2 for 3 with an RBI, and for Will South, Sydney Pantera goes 2 for 2 with an RBI. We're now going to go to Will North as Will North wins 13-2 over Hamburg. Sarah Parse goes 2 for 4 with 2 triples and 2 RBIs. Danny Stefani gets a home run and 2 runs scored. Ella Joel has a home run and 3 RBIs. Haley Lorimer goes 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored. Michaela Kulikowski goes 2 for 2 with 2 runs scored. And Piper Murray goes 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Sarah also has 15 strikeouts in this one for Will North. For Hamburg, they had 2 home runs in this one. Summer Sega and Sophia Lyons blast a home run each for the 2 runs there. Nardin Academy wins 27-0 over Mount Mercy. Olivia Coons goes 4 for 6 with 4 RBIs and 3 runs scored. Emily Gorman goes 3 for 6, 4 RBIs, 5 runs scored. Mia Gilham goes 3 for 6, 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored. Molly Stam goes 2 for 6 with 5 runs scored. Aaron Newer goes 2 for 5 with 2 RBIs, 3 runs scored. Sophia Will goes 2 for 5, 3 RBIs, 2 runs scored. Rosalie Den goes 2 for 3 with 3 runs scored. And Mia Gilham has 5 innings pitched and 11 strikeouts in that one for Nardin. For Mount Mercy, Emma Kogel goes 4 innings pitch and has 7 strikeouts for Mount Mercy. For Niagara Wheatfield, we're going to go now as they win 8-7 over Niagara Falls. Niagara Wheatfield, Julia Quitkoff goes 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs and 2 runs scored. For Niagara Falls, Kaylee Griffith goes 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored. For Niagara Falls, we're going to go to now. Niagara Falls wins 6-5 over Lockport. Abby Roser goes 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored. Amelia Mara goes 2 for 3. Jessica Egan goes 2 for 3 with 3 RBIs. And Carly Washkalis goes 2 for 3 for Niagara Falls. For Lockport, Brianna Delaney goes 3 for 4 with 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored, and a home run. And Brianna Delaney has 6 innings pitched and 8 strikeouts for Lockport in this one. We're now going to go to Frontier as Frontier wins 6-2 over West Seneca West. Hannah Olziniak, sorry about that, goes 4 for 4 in this one with 3 RBIs and 3 runs scored. Emily Prisbis goes 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored, and Paris Izzo goes 2 for 3 in this one for Frontier. West Seneca West, Michaela Hussar goes 2 for 3. Samantha Fleming has 2 runs scored, and Alexa Whisker has 2 RBIs in this one for West Seneca West. We're now going to go to Eden as they win 12-0 over Cleveland Hill. What a game right here for Caitlin Schmidt. A no-hitter, 12 strikeouts. She then goes 2 for 2 with 4 RBIs, 2 runs scored, and 2 home runs in that one for Caitlin Schmitz. Alyssa Johnson goes 3 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Marissa Calloway goes 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. And Brooke Woodard goes 2 for 4 with 3 runs scored and an RBI for Eden. We're now going to go to St. Mary's as they win 10-0 over Mount Mercy. Lauren Henrik has 12 strikeouts, throws a 1-hitter in that one. Isabella Farina goes 2 for 2 with 3 runs scored. Lily Locke goes 2 for 2 with 3 RBIs. Anna Dovey goes 2 for 3. Katie Fahey goes 3 for 3 with 2 runs scored. We're going to stay at St. Mary's as they win 17-0 over Cardinal O'Hara. Haley Hersher goes 2 for 2 with 3 runs scored, 2 RBIs. Lily Locke goes 2 for 2. Anna Dovey has 3 RBIs. Katie Pizek goes 2 for 2 with 3 RBIs. Paige Wentland goes 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored. And Chloe Sell goes 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs for St. Mary's. We're now going to go to Dunkirk as Ashley Gatoka, 12 strikeouts. Gina Salerno, 2 for 2. And Alyssa Salerno was 2 for 3 with a run scored in that one for Dunkirk. We're going to go back to St. Mary's as they win 13-0 over Mount Mercy. Alex Packard with a no-hitter and 11 strikeouts. Elizabeth Farina goes 2 for 2 with 2 runs scored. Anna Dovey goes 2 for 2 with 3 RBIs and 2 runs scored. Katie Fahey goes 2 for 3 with 3 runs scored and an RBI. Lauren Henrik goes 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored. Alex Packard goes 3 for 3 with an RBI. And Allie Beardy goes 2 for 3 with a run scored. We're now going to go to Lake Shores. They win 7-1 over East Aurora. Alyssa Chaplin goes 3 for 4. Carly Frazier goes 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored. And Elizabeth Jarnitsky goes 7 innings pitched with 8 strikeouts. For East Aurora, Madison Diebold goes 3 for 4. We're now going to go to, I did that one. I apologize. North Tonawanda 9, Lewiston Porter 8. Lexi Brennan goes 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored. Isabella Hooley goes 2 for 3. Brianna Starr goes 2 for 3. Piper Van Hoff goes 2 for 3 with 3 runs scored. Kyler Shisley goes 2 for 4 with 4 RBIs, 7 innings pitched, and 10 strikeouts in this one. For Lewiston Porter, Megan Bio, 4 for 4, 3 RBIs, 2 runs scored. She stays hot. Ava Staub goes 3 for 4 with 3 runs scored, and Brooklyn Langer goes 2 for 4. Nardin wins 13-1 over Nichols. Emily Gordon, 3 for 3 with 2 RBIs, 3 runs scored, and a home run. Molly Stam goes 2 for 4. Sophia Will goes 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored. Anna Castellovetri goes 2 for 3, 4 RBIs, 2 runs scored, and a home run. Mia Gilham goes 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored. Juliana Verney goes 1 for 3 and a home run. Aaron Newer, 4 innings pitched, 7 strikeouts. For Nichols, Abby Marsek goes 2 for 2 in that one for Nichols. We're now going to go to Forestville as they win 9-7 over Pine Valley. Dakota Van Arsdale goes 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs. Callie Grupta goes 2 for 4. Lauren Pierce goes 2 for 3. Madison Slewinski goes 3 for 3 with 2 runs scored. For Pine Valley, Morgan Sandy goes 3 for 4 with 2 runs scored. And Lyric Westland goes 2 for 3 and 2 RBIs. And then we're going to finish up with Silver Creek as they win 9-8 over Pine Valley. Amber Lookwood goes 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored. Kaylee Hutchinson goes 3 for 3 with 2 RBIs, 3 runs scored, plus 5 innings pitched and 10 strikeouts on the mound. And then for Pine Valley, Ashley Campbell goes 3 for 4 with 2 runs scored. And Jenna Robbins goes 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs to finish off our games this week. I know we went a little bit longer, but we really had some great interviews. We wanted to make sure we got those interviews in, make sure we recognize as many players as we can. I do want to apologize if I mispronounce a name. I apologize. It's a lot of names, and some do get a little bit hard at times. So I do apologize if I mispronounce your name. I'll do everything I can to keep getting better and better each week when I see those names pop up even more. If you hadn't heard your name or you hadn't heard your school, please make sure your coach reaches out. I'll recognize any games to make sure those coaches reach out to me. If I didn't see a game or I missed a game, I'm trying to recognize as many of those games as we can. We really want to make sure it's baseball's time, it's softball's time, it's your time. You deserve this time to be recognized, and you're going to get that opportunity right here in the Diamond Report on Thursdays starting at 7:30. So I want to say thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you so much for everything that we're doing in Western New York, and especially for our baseball and softballs, because they're getting their time, and I really appreciate the time to be able to do this show. But thanks again. Hope everyone has a great week. Here's off to another great weekend. Can't wait. We've got some big matchups coming up in the world of baseball and softball, and can't wait to talk about them next week. So thanks for joining me again. Have a good night, everybody.